What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge match. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven. And they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Trying to do it on the ground. Crosses the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
He'll throw it. And they can't make the play on third down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Kick is in the air. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any. To set up a big return. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Fighting off the defender. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw at Simpson. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He wants to throw it again. He fires one deep over the middle. He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bama! Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened. And the defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but it's out of bounds and incomplete. Second down coming.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Throwing right. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Alabama quickly back to the line. He might want another play. Snap in the shotgun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Right on the money. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown time! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride Davis here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Grabbed in the middle, it's McLaughlin. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Going for it on fourth down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Got room to work. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Williams. Oh, what a cut! They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
He wants to change this route. Gets the back moving. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snags it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
To the air, it's Simpson. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Referee referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds a little space. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Noles will line up to kick off and start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. It's Simpson. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Quarterback making checks. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. Oh, the ball squirts out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. on 4th down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it along the sideline. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll take another shot here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Makes the catch, it's White. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Williams. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Bad news on that play is an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The short hands, it's Williams. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play.
35, Florida State, 0.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Alabama! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
It's so much easier to play defense when you know where the quarterback's going to be. When you got a guy that can move outside the pocket and make big plays like this, it's so hard. Do I bring a blitz here? Do I bring a blitz there? He continues to make big plays outside the pocket.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Simpson. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard.
That makes the score Alabama 42, Florida State 7.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Back to pass. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Looking to throw on first down. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Rushes on him. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Jae Cooper, 1st and 10.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finds space on the right. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. First and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Getting set for the point after.
Kicker on for the extra point.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Alabama.
They'll line up to go for 2. Barges ahead, and he's knocked down.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's off chuck. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Will be baked. Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. He fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.